Good morning. It is October 24th at 6:56 a.m. in the morning, and I am up doing a video because I am empowered by the hype of earning money. So just to quickly look at what's happened this morning. Yesterday, Tesla came out with earnings report, and it was a good one. So just to show you my position on Tesla, I had about uh $35,000 position in my TFSA and YTSL. So I am Canadian, so I don't buy directly the Tesla stock. I buy the Canadian Tesla ETF called YTSL. I've had this position for some time, and going into the earnings report, Tesla has dropped significantly. So yesterday, I doubled down and bought more shares as it was going down. And I had an average of $17.82, which wasn't looking pretty at all yesterday when Tesla was as low as 16.9 by the end of day. But now it is up to $19.50. And today's return has gone yo-yoed me all the way from negative 2,000 up to over $3,338. Additionally, if you look at my activity in my account, uh, I do have a large amount of cash reserve that I keep in my high savings account, and I moved a bunch over. It was always put there for the intent of ever there being a dip in the market, and there was yesterday. So I moved a significant amount of money over. I moved about 5,500 Canadian dollars over to buy more Tesla in my non-registered account. So in my non-registered account yesterday, as you can see here, I bought about $4,000 and 50 worth of additional YTSL shares. This morning, I've already sold that for about a $600 gain, just under a $600 gain. But Tesla is still going up. It is at 249 right now, and it's approaching the 250 wall. There's a lot of resistance there. It's unsure whether we're to get past that or not, but with the right amount of momentum, this could happen sometime today. And I am still holding my YTSL in my non-registered accounts. I wasn't planning to really buy this and sell this like a big swing, as I did invest $35,000 for the intent of passive income. For those of you who don't know, YTSL actually provides monthly income. So it wasn't as if like I bought this solely entirely just to swing it. But I may trim this a bit from $35,000 down to maybe $25,000 just for the sake of managing risk and taking some profit off the table. Um, but yeah, this is a crazy day. Funny story. Going into report earnings and watching Tesla drop since the beginning of the month, there was definitely that feeling inside me to sell Tesla. But um, those of you who don't know, I have my day job where I teach high school students. And one day, just talking about stocks with my students, one of my students asked me, "Hey, um, what do you think is going to happen during Tesla's sales report?" And I said, just because, I read the news, I look at all the market sentiment as much as possible, and I said, "Oh, Tesla has a good chance of going down during the sales report, but you know, over time, it might go up." And that student said, in a very smart way, "Okay, then it must go up." And then I thought about that conversation because I'm the one going around telling people that Tesla is going to go down during the sales report, but for some reason, my actions are the opposite. I was buying more and more in Tesla as it kept going down, putting myself in a bad position if after the sales report it did drop below 200s, and I was even a bigger hole. But I think that kind of woke me up to the fact that I was bullish on Tesla. I just didn't know if anybody came up to me in the real world and asked me. I thought, the correct thing to say was what everybody else was saying, which is, I thought it was going to go down, but sure, lo and behold, it does go up. So it's been a crazy day. In terms of where we're at with the portfolio, everything was down yesterday. I did transfer an additional $2,000 from my savings account because that was the last US dollars that I had to buy the dip. So just to quickly show the other trades that I made, Tree, which I've been buying for the last 2 weeks, was up until this week with the dip, and it dropped as low as 52. So I took this opportunity to dollar cost average down, and currently I've lowered my average to $56.48. Previously, when it was at all-time highs at $62 and I was buying, my average was about $58, but now I've lowered it $2 average. Palantir is still strong, going great, so I'm up about 9% on that. Haven't been able to add any more money on this during the dip because it didn't go down by much at all. I started a new position on SoundHound. This was a stock that I've been looking at since April when it was around $4. But I never really got the chance to buy it because my money was always being put in something else. Now that I've kind of settled and came back to SoundHound, um, yeah, it's I started a position on this starting when it was in the 540s, and yesterday with the drop down to the 4.9s, I just picked up more, and I'm at an average of 513. Coca-Cola started a new position on this as well. Up just a little bit, but it's okay. I think with Coca-Cola being an industry leader in the soft drinks, that it's a good investment. And lastly, I did start a position on uranium, which was up a couple days ago, but it is now currently down. So, in summary, just want to show this huge update on Tesla, the report earnings, and how I was able to profit from it. And just from the whole story of how it's happened, I think it's just really important to have positions in stocks that you believe in, um, but also have enough money left aside to buy the dip when prices go down. So my whole intent of having about $25,000 in my savings account was so that one day something like yesterday happened and I can buy more. Also, very important, just to have a great watch list. That's basically what I've been doing. I've been right on Tesla so many times this past year, even before I started this YouTube channel, just because Tesla has been on my watch list for the last 2 years, and I've been kind of dabbling in it here and there. So, when you have this watch list that you look at every morning, you know what's a good price, you know what's a bad price at the back of your head. Um, just based on the movements of Tesla for the last year and reading the news and where it tends to go when this happens or that happens, I just had a gauge of where Tesla was always at, and I was just buying in when there was a dip. As you know, going to last summer, I mean, this year's summer, Tesla had this massive, surge up in July, um, past $250 into 260s, right? And then with the drop that happened recently, I just thought, oh, it's good to buy the dip now. And yes, the cheap can always get cheaper, as they say, but you never know. If you have a good position there and it's a good holding and it provides a monthly dividend, it doesn't really matter. And it's totally worth the risk to see what happens if after sales report earnings, it does go up. So there you have it. Currently up. Let's have one last look. Currently up $5,300 in total return today, and up $3,140 in terms of profit. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Have a good day of trading, and I'll see you at the next video.